record on this end.
Oh my god.
Hello.
Okay.
I could just put that audio on the top. I was going to say, no, hello, welcome to another episode of the Tax Deductible Gamer. As always, I'm your host, Dan Dennis, and this week I'm joined by good friend and lifelong brother, Joe.
Hello. Joe Dennis, the brother of the tax deductible gamer.
Yeah, you've been speaking German for too long, Joseph.
Yeah, that's why I can't speak. Yeah.
It should say Joe Dennis. I can't remember if I used your full name or if I just went to refer to you as Brother Joe. But yeah, this is a very special episode, of course, because it's that time of year. No, not tax time. It's Christmas time. It's the most festive time of year. Everyone's getting excited.
Festive.
So I brought Brother Joe in here for a very special episode of a Christmas edition of the pod, where we will be singing no carols, no chestnuts will be roasting over an open fire.
Chestnuts are...
What was that?
Chestnuts are good though. Chestnuts are good.
You can't get mate
roasted chestnuts.
Hell yeah,
really
brother.
Yummy.
Yeah, chestnuts are sick. But sorry. I was thinking about this earlier. I'm like, how PG do we need to keep this? Because I reckon Mum might listen.
Yeah, I thought the same thing. Like, this seems like the kind of episode that like the aunties will watch.
Yeah,
not watch,
but enough of the
to,
aunties have seen my stand up now where it's fine.
Like,
that's it. Like they've seen, and like my mum and dad have seen my stand up where I did this story. I don't. Were you still in the country when I was doing the story about the first time I tried MDMA and it was the first night we thought Jack was going to die?
No.
So you don't know that? You don't know that story? Okay.
I don't know the story. Okay.
Yeah. No. Yes, the first time I tried MD, it was a New Year's Eve party. No. Yeah, you're in Europe. And we thought Jack was going to die. So it was one of the worst nights of my life, and all I could experience was pure euphoria. Is
that the sort of thing where you say maybe that like for your first time you should like have someone there with you as well? Is MDMA one of those drugs, or you should have like
there was plenty of people there.
It
was plenty of people there. I just wasn't planning on heading home. And then I get a call from Mum after I'd just taken some more. And she was just like, "Hey, you need to come home. The dog Jack's dying." I was like, "Oh shit."
Oh no, what an awful thing. I feel so sad.
It was, the best part about it was after Mum and Dad saw me perform that story, maybe a year later, Mum was like, "Yeah, a lot of that night started to make sense. Like, you were just insisting on just like sleeping on the floor next to him and just like stroking his fur and saying who's a good boy."
Which is great, like
which is great. Yeah.
Like that's probably the reason why he just decided to stick around a little longer.
Yeah,
like my theory is the reason he lived so long was because he had it so good.
Oh yeah, of course.
He'd be like, "Oh yeah, fuck, I don't want to die now." Like, it's almost Sunday, and Sunday is sausages and
Sunday is sausages and bacon. And he was a couple of months shy of his final Christmas ham. But he did get some Christmas ham. He did have a final Christmas ham. He just didn't know it was his final Christmas ham.
Yeah.
But no, we're not here to tell stories of drugs, frivolity, and Christmas hams. We're here to do a very special Christmas episode of two brothers chatting online, getting into the spirit of Christmas.
Real, true meaning of Christmas.
True meaning of Christmas. Joe, do you listen? How regularly do you listen? I know you listen occasionally. I don't know if it's every app or not.
Every app, man.
Oh, really?
Well, how could you even ask me something like that? Like,
even last
I'm trying to support you. Even last week's 15-minute app. Yeah.
Oh my god. How was that? As a long-term listener, how was that?
I mean, it was interesting because before that, I'd listened to like an hour episode of another podcast, which was just one woman talking to herself the whole time.
Oh, cool.
And because that was the first time I listened to a podcast. It was like
one person
without some sort of like strict format. I've listened to podcasts of people like, talking about events or whatever, or like a history podcast or whatever, and that worked really well with one person because you can kind of talk through everything. But she was just like a podcast like your podcast, just not about avoiding taxes. Not avoiding taxes. Sorry,
Yeah,
legally being able to.
Yeah, let's make
you're
it
not
very
avoiding
clear.
taxes.
Yeah,
you're reducing the income. You're reducing your taxable income.
I just think more taxpayer money should be returned to me than should be spent on public infrastructure and social services. That's it.
Yeah, and
that is my main
public infrastructure and social services in fringe liberal seats.
Yeah, or just anywhere. I just think there should be less of them. You know, people deserve basic human rights and necessities.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so. I think I should get some money back on my purchasing of Marvel's Guardians of the Galaxy if I want to do that. You know,
exactly.
And it shouldn't come in the form of me trading it in at an EB Games or a JB Hi-Fi. You know, mm-hmm. it should just come in less bus drivers. It should come in the form of less bus drivers.
Mate,
just a hot take.
That's it. Go for it. You know, this is your dream. You wanted to do this since you're a kid. Like I can probably reveal this onto the podcast. You know, I've known you your whole life, and even as a kid, you just went, "I can't wait."
Those were my first words.
Rip off. That your first words were, "Fuck taxes."
Yeah, that was my first words. It was goo goo gaga, fuck taxes. John Howard rocks.
The word you used for like a dirty nappy was ATO.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Because it's filled with bloody shit, you know?
Filled with shit, mate.
Filled with shit and piss. Yeah. That's what we think of the ATO. Except for I think one of our cousins still works for them.
That's okay.
Lovely person, you know. Good. But no. So okay. I was trying to think. Why was I asking these questions? Because, as you would know, the starting point of this wonderful podcast is to ask the guest, when did you first identify yourself as a gamer?
Yeah, and to which the traditional answer in every other episode of the podcast was, "Oh, I don't know if I would call myself a gamer."
Yeah, because who would want to do that?
Gamers are fucked, man.
Yeah.
I think looking back at my whole life, I've been a gamer for a long time.
Yeah.
But not in the kind of, maybe in a sweaty, stinky, like there's like sweaty, stinky neckbeard is like a gamer, right? But I was definitely sweaty and stinky for a long time.
Yeah.
But I've never been a neckbeard. I would hope.
Now, define for the audience what a neckbeard is.
They're just really nice guys, you know.
real super nice dudes.
Real super guys who are just obviously, you know,
don't think they're owed anything.
Wonderful people, super charismatic.
Love beautiful headwear more often than not.
Beautiful headwear.
Yeah,
do you still have your fedora that you could put on now? I mean, the guests can't see it, but like, is it something you took with you when you moved out of mum and dad's house?
Oh, the fedora, no.
Your fedora? No.
Yeah, the fedora I bought when I was really dug Patrick Stump's style on Infinity on High, where he wore a pork pie hat or a fedora. It was, you know, I was like, I want to be like Patrick Stump, and instead I looked like one of the worst dudes you'll ever meet, which is
it went really well with your Snope Theory Sucks t-shirt, you know.
Yeah, it was really good. That was a fun t-shirt. Ironically ahead of its time, because it turns out everyone's Snoke Theory did suck.
Yeah. Or, I mean, either Star Wars sucked or everyone was actually losers. So
yeah, I don't know. I think everyone was a loser, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think it was really cool that, spoiler alert for The Last Jedi, that they killed off the big bad in the second movie. I think that was a really smart, ingenious,
fantastic storytelling.
Bit of narrative structure.
The financial might of Disney was behind that.
Yeah, tell you what, I'm actually not being sarcastic on that. I really, really enjoyed that. It just really sucks that they didn't give them an extra year after Carrie Fisher died to fix Rise of Skywalker. But I can never truly hate Rise of Skywalker because it gives us the best character of all time.
Hey,
Babu Frick.
I can't. The character was so important. Yeah. It was so important that they showed him alive after his planet was destroyed, because they knew people would be upset if Babu Frick died. Like, they had to confirm in canon that he survived his planet being destroyed.
I know, it's but also I open, like, just all my communications at work is hey, comma, like and I'm yet to get anyone to ask, hey, is this a Babu Frick thing? Like, well, why are you putting hey? Like, it's But no, so if anyone I work with is listening, that's why. It's a nice little Star Wars reference.
It's all a bit wasted there. You know?
Yeah, so you
wasted on your colleagues.
Yeah, some of them. Others might get it, and they're just refusing to acknowledge it because they're too focused on doing their job.
Well, they don't know how to respond without also being Bubba Freak. You know, like if you get hey, then like the response is like hey.
Yeah, pretty much. That's it. It's such a good character. I can't wait for the Bubba Freak comic book. I hope they do that, or if they reveal that Bubba Frick's been alive since the High Republic.
Just stick him in. He's the main quest giver in Eclipse.
Oh, that'd be so good. He's wearing robes just for no reason. Not a Jedi or anything, just has robes.
Does Bubba Freak have legs?
Yeah, Bubba Freak has legs. He's got. Is it 4 arms, 2 legs, or is it just 2 arms, 2 legs?
I'm looking at the picture. I didn't remember him with hands.
Yeah, definitely has hands. He's got the hat on with the goggles.
Yeah. What I don't want to do is type in Bubba Freak feet.
And then Google comes up, it's like, that'll be $200.
Yeah. No, because I'm finding pictures, but it's all just like, it's just the top half of him, you know?
Well, it's a puppet.
But yeah, I know, but like, does he?
So search for Bubba Frick plush, because it was a plush toy.
Yeah, I'm gonna do Bubba Frick feet.
Oh god,
it's not as bad as I thought it would be. That's fine. He's got feet. It's okay.
There's only a couple of them.
He's got feet that are like kind of all spread out, 5 toes, but they're like
5 toes, like much like a human,
spread out, much like a Bubba Frick is.
He's human. Bubba Frick is humanoid. But no, the gaming,
the reason we're here, yes.
It's not just to chat our usual love of this one side Star Wars character that is, to me, what Boba Fett was for like generations. I'm just like, everyone's just obsessed with Boba Fett after Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi. I'm like, oh, we want to know more about Boba Fett. And just me at the end of Rise of Skywalker, I'm like, yeah, you know, it was weird that the Emperor was back, but what about that Babu Frick character?
Yeah, you really
little droid engineer.
I let him gladly live rent free in my brain forever.
Yeah, he's the best thing ever. You know, his best friends with C-3PO. His C-3PO's oldest friend.
Until
the memory gets restored. Yeah. And then, oh yeah, does he? Oh yeah, no, he would. When C-3PO's memory. Oh my god, that's so sad.
When his memory gets restored, he would know who Bubba Frick was. Is. No, he would, because he met Bubba Frick before his memory got.
No, but it's R2-D2's backup.
Oh shit!
So 3PO wouldn't remember him.
Oh no!
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
that's
sorry,
a good
guys.
Starting point. Like Disney, if you're listening, if you need an idea for like a new series or a way to start an episode, you can do something about like that. You know, the meeting C-3PO Bubba Frick.
The Book of Bubba Frick. Yeah. That'd be the next one after Boba Fett. The next Mandalorian is the Book of Bubba Frick, and it's just him working on droids. Or tied into have Bubba Frick be a friend of Lando and what was the droid's name from Solo, the one that becomes the Millennium Falcon?
I don't know.
I'm
not a good Star Wars fan. Yeah. But anyway, and also the whole like playing with people, forgetting their memories and forgetting the people they love. Yeah, it's big. It's really in right now.
It's real. Yeah, it's so in. I'm not quite sure. What'd you say?
Yeah, I said it's really in. It's so in. Yeah.
It's very in. It's like it's really on trend, making people forget who you are. I've been doing it just subtly, just in my social circles. Whenever I'm like, man, do you guys remember Dan Dennis? Just trying to remove the idea that that's who I am, just so people are like, man, I've just got these positive memories of Dan Dennis. It's interesting. You get to hear like eulogies for you, but you're still alive. It's a really smart move in social circles.
Yeah, and that's better than like your way's way better than my way. I just like left the country and haven't gone back in 3 years.
Yeah.
But so you get to appreciate it. Like you're there to hear these the eulogies, and I'm not.
And to clarify, you haven't been back, not because you weren't allowed. It's just because you didn't want to.
Exactly.
You actually,
if I wanted to,
you could have come back. But you're like, you know what? No, I want to live.
All the people I love.
I don't want to live in the dictatorship that is Scott Morrison's Australia. I want to live as a free person in Germany.
That's it.
A country that loves its freedom. and
loves freedom,
would never do anything to its citizens, except support them in all their pursuits. You know, that's
exactly. Yeah.
It's where you want to go to study astrophysics, because apparently that's the only place where space is. You know how like you can only see the Southern Cross from Australia?
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah.
So I'm an expert here. Maybe we need to contextualize this. Like as a postgrad student, as a master's student in astrophysics, that is exactly true. You can only see Southern Cross from Australia and also New Zealand.
As an expert.
And Germany is the only place you can really study it, because we build the best telescopes here.
Yeah, the big ones.
The big ones, big telescopes. Yeah,
the big ones. Yeah. I was gonna say, because you've never considered yourself a gamer as well. No, you said you were a gamer for a long time. I
was a gamer in the sense that I played a lot of games, and that was like my hobby.
Because we had the same first game.
The monkeys throwing bananas.
The monkeys one, yeah. Do you remember what the other one was, where we were on it was like a floating car, and there was like different...
Hover.
Was it just called Hover? I have no idea.
Hang on. I think it's called Hover. Hover, was that MS-DOS?
It would have been MS-DOS running on 95.
Yo, I've got it. It's called Hover.
Which is called 95, Hover?
Yeah.
Man, that's your brain working well.
Hover with an exclamation mark.
What was the point of it? Does it say?
You had to collect those things, right?
What do you have to collect?
Yeah, there were a couple of levels.
Yeah.
One was like a castle, one was a sewer, and one was something else. And there were these like this blue hovercraft.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And you had to go around, and I think you had to collect flags.
Okay. Who made it?
Like bump you around. I'm not sure.
Okay. Does it say
Hang on, I'll get onto the Wikipedia. Yeah, it's a video game that combines elements of the games Bumper Cars and Capture the Flag. Was included in CD-ROM versions of Windows 95.
Yeah.
As a showcase for the advanced multimedia capabilities available on personal computers at the time. And you can still get it from Microsoft.
Yeah, I'm just looked up as well. Yeah, it's definitely called Hover. It looks better than Doom. And I'm pretty sure Doom came out, because when did this come out? August 95. So I was a couple of months old when this came out. When did the original Doom come out?
I don't know.
93. Okay, so that's why it looks better. For some reason, I thought Doom was after that. I thought it was 96 or something. But no, yeah, so Hover.
Yeah, it says here on the Wikipedia that it's also designed as a showcase. So like, it's going to look better because they'd be like, yeah, fuck, we're going to make this look crisp.
Fair enough. That's like how, unironically, one of the best games on the PlayStation 5's first year of being for sale is the Astrobot platformer that just comes with the console. Because it's designed to like show... Demo. Yeah, it's a tech demo designed to show off how good the controller is. But also the controller is so good. That is the type of stuff that no developer would ever fucking use, because it's like, we do not like, unless Sony is paying us for this to be an exclusive, there is no reason for us to like, you know, like the Switch. Oh no, you never would have used the Joy-Cons.
No, I've got a Switch Lite. It did have it does have a gyroscope in it. Gyroscope in it, but I don't think that as good as the separate Joy-Cons. Like, like I'd have to like flip it, and then I can't see what I'm doing because the screen's
Yeah, just like how the Switch Joy-Cons with the HD rumble was like super impressive for like the first couple of games. And if you did 1-2 Switch, like everyone's like, 1-2 Switch is an amazing showcase of what the Switch is capable of, and then literally no developer ever used any of that technology. There was like a marble counting game in 1-2 Switch, and like the HD rumble made it feel like there was a different amount of marbles and stuff. You have to guess how many marbles you had.
Oh.
Yeah. But no, so yeah, Hover, a nice little showcase. And then I think it was your Game Boy, Game Boy Color. And I knew you were getting a Game Boy before
got a Game Boy Color and Pokemon Yellow.
I knew you were getting it before you were getting it because it was your birthday. Wait, did you say 5th birthday?
Or maybe my 6th birthday.
Damn, 98, 99.
Yeah.
Really?
Is that right? Yeah. Yeah. It was my 6th birthday.
Well, when did Silver come out? Did Silver come out in 2000? Digital Pokemon Silver? That's when I got my Game Boy.
99? Did it not come out in 99?
If it came out in 99, I would have got
Game Boy Color release date. Is it less fun or more fun that I Google everything? So it came out in 1999 in Japan.
Yeah.
And
So
2000.
Yeah, so I would have got mine.
Oh, no, hang on. Yeah, no, sorry. The comment was in a weird spot on the Wikipedia. Yeah, so 99 Japan, 2000 Oz and North America.
Yeah, that makes sense. That I would have got my Pokemon, my Game Boy and Pokemon in 2000. So when I was also 5. So, 5 years, that's the appropriate time to start gaming. But I remember mum showing me your Game Boy. She's like, oh, this is what we're getting Joe for his birthday. Because you know how mum loves to tell people when she's really excited to give someone a present? Mm-hmm. So she loves to tell someone else so she can see them get excited for that person. So she did that with the Game Boy. And I remember seeing and getting really disappointed because she hadn't got you a game with it. And I was like, no, mum, this is one that needs I was like, oh, isn't this one that needs a cartridge? And like I was getting really sad. And she's like, yeah, no, we actually got one. Like we do have it. And then she showed me the game. I was like, oh, Pikachu, wow.
So you could have technically saved my birthday.
I could have technically saved your birthday. But no, they're all over it. But yeah, they're getting you a Game Boy with Pokemon Yellow. No, but yeah, so I remember you got your Game Boy, and you got Pokemon Yellow. It was Pikachu. I was quite excited for you. Mm-hmm. And that's it. And then
couldn't read, didn't know how to get out of the front door of my first house. Like, you start upstairs in the house and then we're downstairs. I was like, I don't know how to leave.
Wait, seriously? You would have known how to read.
No, Lee, I mean, know how to read? Yeah, read. Okay. Not really well. I was 5.
At 5?
Yeah.
No.
School starts at 6. School's when you start learning to read when you're in school.
Yeah, but no, we learned to read before school.
Oh. Well, maybe you're the gifted child. Okay.
Yeah, maybe
a lot of things start to make sense.
I always assumed you knew how to read because I'm fairly confident I knew how to read.
Well, I don't think I knew how to read very well. And
okay.
I remember just like crying and speaking to Dad, being like, Dad, I can't start my Pokemon adventure because I can't leave my house. How do I do it? And Dad's just gone like he just sat there and went, I don't know.
Man. And I reckon at that point in time, he was really regretting not getting the player manual.
Remember the old player manuals? Yeah, I know. But like, it was like you had to recognize that the little darker box, the house was like a box inside blackness, and there was a little darker box, and that was the doorway, and you had to just know that was the visual cue. Yeah,
like, color was kind of there. It was in name only.
Yeah.
So you got that, and then I got Pokemon Silver, and I think we were pretty synced up from there on out.
Yeah. Then we got a Nintendo 64.
Yeah, we got
with
64.
The Wave Race and Diddy Kong and the other games that you've already discussed in our podcast, so we can skip them.
Lilac Wars. No, there was a couple.
Lilac Wars.
Lilac Wars. There was another game that you played. You played more of Ocarina of Time than I ever did.
Yeah.
Because I remember I used to just end up watching you play it because I got the story that way.
Yeah, and also the zombies were scary.
Yeah, I was scared of the zombies. And I was also, and I was scared of stealth because it felt too high pressure and my little body didn't know how to deal with it. I was like, I'm really stressed right now and I'm sitting down. I don't know why. What's going on? I don't like this. Mom, can I watch Land Before Time? Yeah, the Diddy Kong Racing. The GoldenEye. We used to always just borrow GoldenEye. There was a couple of other games. Banjo we used to borrow as well. Yeah.
Because the multiplayer was sick.
Yeah, from the Video Easy.
Go down on Tuesday for $1.
Yeah, for $1 or Blockbuster. Was there anything else on the Nintendo 64 that we had? Oh, Formula 1.
F1 World Grand Prix.
Was that you that I did the 100 laps with?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Yeah. No, it was Harry. I think it was Harry.
Yeah, because it's like, sounds like a Harry thing. Yeah,
it's like, we need to do this. It was like, we need to do this like an actual Formula Grand Prix. I'm like, okay. And like, it took us like 2 hours or something.
I mean, and he had that motorbike game on his computer as well, right?
Yeah.
He loved cars, but the game he had on his computer was like motorbike jumps.
Yeah, it was a motorbike jump. I think it was from Nutri-Grain. I think it was one of the Nutri-Grain games.
Okay. Yeah. So he loved cars but couldn't play a car game on his computer.
Well, no, because eventually he got Need for Speed like Porsche 2000 and stuff.
Got all of them, yeah.
And I think he got Hot Pursuit as well.
And then we got Most Wanted, and that was sick.
Yeah, Most Wanted was that was a good game.
Like, I don't even like cars, but that was a fucking good game.
Just the fact I know what a pink slip is only from that game. And also, I don't know about you, but you know, like Tetris Effect?
What, where you just, you really like focus on it and then,
Or like when you play too much Tetris and when you close your eyes, you start seeing like Tetris blocks behind your eyes, like a game of Tetris. Are you aware of that?
Oh, no, but now I am.
Okay, yeah. So that's the thing called Tetris Effect. People who play too much Tetris, that when they close their eyes, because of like the natural patterns of like seeing, I think it's like blood flow through the vessels in your eyes or something, like it forms like Tetris blocks and stuff like that.
Whoa.
But I get that. But when I'm driving down the highway to do gigs on the Gold Coast and I'm seeing like trucks with like metal or like like concrete pylons or like wood, I'm like, if I drive underneath it the right way, it's gonna buckle, it's gonna break the buckle, and I'm gonna be fine. But it's going to stop the cops from getting me. Like you
can do a skid under it, and then you hit the NOS. No, you hit like the slow time, and then you hit the NOS. You just fucking blast out of there.
I got
and in the background is like some sort of new metal song.
Yeah, just rolling nonstop. And every time I'm pulling up to like a petrol station, I think of just like, oh, if I drove through the pump, it would just explode. Not realizing that's not where the petrol is. Like, you know, like it's well, technically it is, but I don't know.
I mean, there's some petrol, but
not heaps.
Yeah, and it's like the fumes of petrol that burn, though, right? It's not the actual petrol itself, not when it's a gas, but it's the vapor that's flammable.
I actually don't know because I'm not an astrophysicist.
Yeah, shit. I really should know this, shouldn't I?
Yeah, I only like batteries because I care about the planet. And as we know, all electricity is sustainable.
All electricity is sustainable.
All electricity is sustainable. And that's why it's important to buy electric cars, even if you don't have solar energy.
Yeah,
you know?
Or anywhere to charge them.
Or anywhere to charge them. I was looking to do that.
Because replacing the infrastructure that we have, like not replacing the infrastructure we have, but just like swapping combustion engines for electric motors is just the way to go. It's not like you could just, use trains or something.
No. Personal transport is the future. I was actually looking at buying an electric car. This is, as you might be aware, tangents happen on this pod. And the reason I didn't buy one is because I realized because I'm renting, I would have to install a car charger in every rental property I stayed in, and potentially install solar in every property I stayed in, so it'd be good. Or I would have to, the only like readily available charge ports at Westfields, and I'd have to spend hours of my week parked at a Westfield charging a car. And I was like, I do not want to do that.
Yeah,
let the planet fucking burn.
I mean, they've started putting in charging ports here.
Yeah.
They're actually pretty, like, in the places where, like the places where the shops are, right?
Yeah, the shops.
That's where the shops, like the places where you want to go and like walk down and go shopping.
Yeah, gotcha.
Right, not like the shops, but like you can go there and there's like a bookstore and
like the corner shop,
food or whatever. Not the corner shop. No. But
like the bakery.
Like there's bakeries. There's bakeries everywhere. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But there's not. They don't have the corner shops there because the corner shops are where the poor people buy their beer, and this is for like where people go to spend, a bit more money on other things.
Okay, gotcha.
But they have electric car charging stations.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
They're also the places where people shouldn't drive to because they're really well connected with public transport. So
yeah, gotcha.
Well, a bit like, I
don't know. I just don't know. I think more cars, producing more cars is the way to go, without a shadow of a doubt. That's 100%. Actually what we need. More cars.
Yeah.
Less improvements to public transport.
Absolutely.
Wholly against that. Couldn't stand to see that happen.
No infrastructure.
Yeah.
Nothing.
How did we get onto this? Hot Pursuit. That's right. Yeah, that's right. I mean, Tetris Effect.
If you want me to keep talking about my gaming, I can keep talking about my gaming. Effect.
No, yeah, just I know you're very prepared for your gaming chat because my
speech here.
You got your little speech. You said, "Hello, my name is Joseph. I am 27 years old and I play video games."
But like you got to do the countdown first. It's like 3, 2, 1.
Click.
Welcome to my speech about video games. Hi, I'm Joe. And I was a gamer.
Just like
but
you.
Not a real gamer, just like a gamer that wasn't also misogynistic.
Yeah. I was the type of gamer that was kind to women until
not kind to women. I was the kind of gamer who just like understood that women are also humans.
Ah, okay, that's pretty different.
Like it's more than just being kind. It was more like kind of accepting that.
No, I thought you were kind to them because then there'd be an implication.
I had my loyalty card. Yeah,
you
had
the
stamps.
Fuck, you know what? I don't want to do that joke. That's so fucked. I'm so sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's all right. Yeah. We're riffing, right? This is just supposed to be a comedy podcast.
We're riffing.
I'm not a comedian, but I do have. I have
right.
I have bips. Bits. I have bits.
You have little riffs. You have little.
I came with riffs. I came with bits because I thought it's a comedy podcast, and I'm gonna be ready. I'm watching some Seinfeld. It's all good.
A bit of Jerry. Can you do the voice?
No, I'm not going to do the voice. That's not a bit. I'm not
Joe,
doing that.
You should do the voice, man. Like if you've been watching Seinfeld, you should do an impression.
I'm not. No, it's all right, man.
You sure?
And actually, no, it's okay. See, the thing is, I watched it in German, so you wouldn't get it anyway.
Oh no, you should do German, Jerry. That's even better.
Shit. No, it's fine then. It's okay.
Okay, we won't do this. Fine, we won't do German Jerry Seinfeld.
We went to German Jerry Seinfeld. No.
I was reading that was a Jerry. Was that a slur from a war game that we played? Calling someone a Jerry?
Yeah, this is what the English called the Germans. Yeah.
See, there we go. So yeah, it is. Yeah, I was like, there's a pun here somewhere. I know the term Jerry, but I couldn't.
Well, we don't have to lay the pun out. We can just let the audience kind of,
Yeah, they can figure it out. But also, I just need the audience to know that my brain did think that could be something I could have said had I not been doing a Yoko Ono podcast, John and Yoko podcast, where I'm just recording from bed, in the relaxation mode. Which is good. It's good for sleep hygiene. Doing more than sleeping in a bed.
It's so good for your mental health. I work from home at the moment, and the other day, like 2 weeks ago, I worked from my bed, and that was just the best idea. I don't regret it one bit.
Yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty fucking sick. But yeah, no. So yeah, we played a bunch of games growing up together. There was the conflict games, which we got into with Uncle John.
There was Star Wars Battlefront 2. Those were big.
Yeah, those were big. Couple of shooters.
Those were big. We played them a lot.
Lego Star Wars. They were kind of big. They were bigger for me than I think they were for you.
Bigger for you, yeah, definitely. But we still played them together quite a bit.
Yeah. Trading and battling in Pokemon.
Also big.
Holding you down and saying stop hitting yourself. I never understood why you would do that all the time. That was. You had this compulsive thing to like hit yourself. That was pretty funny.
Every time you held my hand, every time you the typewriter, exactly. Yeah.
Being able to pin you and play Pink Belly. That was
I don't like. Do we need to contextualize that for the audience, or we just like leave it? Maybe it's better to leave it.
Yeah, I feel like if you don't, I would just hit his belly. That was it. I just slapped his belly till it became pink. That was it. And it just say, pink belly,
sit on me so I couldn't move, and then just like slap me because he was the big brother.
Whilst I was the little brother, I was also the bigger brother, which has its perks in the time of mucking around. But zero perks
during horseplay. It's
not horseplay. Is it horsing? Horsing around.
Horsing around,
horsing around. I think horseplay is something else.
Well,
I think horseplay is a certain keyword that you don't use on websites. If you don't want to end up on a list.
Right.
Sorry, brother.
No, well, look, I've said it now. So I mean, it was your gag as well. I mean, your gag. Sorry, it was a bit. It was a bit that you did.
Are we riffing again? Are you telling the audience that we're riffing again, Joseph?
Yeah, guys, I'm a comedian. I came ready for this comedian podcast.
Official.
The actual reason I moved to Germany is because here I'm funny, and in Australia I'm not.
Yeah, official riff confirmed.
Just
you look through your big telescope and you're like, yep, that was a riff.
That was a riff. I've sat here, I've analyzed the data, I've trained my neural network to classify something as a riff or not a riff, and I just have quickly set that audio through it, and it's gone riff.
That's a riff. Riff or no riff. Are you gonna call the riff? What do you name the riffs after?
Well, look, it's difficult because I had a system and then the world kind of stole my system because I was using Greek letters, but I can't do that anymore because now people think I've just copied like the Robert Koch Institute.
The who?
The Robert Koch Institute. The German. Oh, well, whatever the fuck.
What are you saying? The what institute?
Robert Koch.
Okay, I thought you were saying
K-O-C-H, Koch.
I thought you were saying the Robot Koch Institute.
Yeah, look, okay, I can see where that comes from, but it's actually.
Excuse me? I was like, brother, I do not understand what this riff is.
No, the Robert, Bob.
Yep,
and
Bob.
Koch.
Okay, Bob.
Koch.
Yeah, Bob Koch.
Bob Koch.
Yeah, the Bob Koch Institute.
Well, I mean, I don't know what the one's called in the US because they do it as well. Whoever decides that they're called, probably the World Health Organization.
The World Health Organization. Is that what you meant? Why
I couldn't get the words out. I'm sorry. This is going back to the stressing. Just for people who have people who've not been on the pod. Just if you get invited, be prepared because the 3 minutes before you start, Dan's gonna keep upping the pressure on you and trying to make you start recording at the same time, and it's just.
Yeah, only because it's easier for me to edit. But you're right. It was. You're right. I am a piece of shit.
You're actually the worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
But games we played together, not typewriter and Pig Belly.
No, but Call of Duty, they were definitely not Call of Duty. The conflict games. They were games that we definitely shouldn't have been playing considering how old we were. Looking back on it.
Yeah.
Considering the blatant racism and conflict Vietnam. Towards the Vietnamese people and some of the slurs the main heroes use, you're like, it's weird on you, that word at the age of 8.
Yeah. But I mean, that's in Halo and stuff as well, right?
What?
Yeah.
Slurs for the Vietnamese.
Slurs for the Covenant. Bloody slit lips.
Oh, okay. No. It's been a long time since I've listened to that.
No, that's yeah. Okay. Anyway. Halo was another game that we played together.
Yeah. Well, not really.
Did we? We did. We definitely played the campaign of Halo a bit.
We played a bit of it, not heaps. I don't think I ever finished a Halo campaign with you.
Really?
Yeah. We played because our neighbor Jack had the demo, and we played through the Silent Cartographer a bunch.
Yeah.
And then when we finally got the Xbox, we played a bit of Halo. I don't think I ever finished it with you. I think we got up to the Flood, and I never got past that.
Right.
With you.
Yeah, I mean that's maybe something we could fix at some point.
That is definitely something we can fix now that I have my official Halo Xbox Series X.
Yeah, I mean, I've got the Master Chief Collection on Steam, so.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah.
Can we play co-op via Steam?
I don't know.
Yeah, okay, we'll figure that out. Yeah, but no, we had Halo. We played a bunch of Halo multiplayer together.
Mm-hmm.
I think we played more multiplayer than we did the campaign, but that was only because all of our friends were also playing multiplayer. So we're doing split screen.
It was so sick. It was so sick.
Yeah, just doing.
I've got friends who've just never experienced that. People who are just born 5 years later than us, who've just never sat in an Xbox 360 lobby playing Halo Reach with 8 friends.
Yeah, just getting on chat, getting the headphones on, having a muck about. Or because that's right. It was you. It was you, myself, Matt, and that random British guy who did the Horde, did every level of Horde in one sitting. It was 8 hours or something?
That was fucked. That was so long. I mean, it was good, like fucked in a good way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was the other one? Oh, Ratchet and Clank 3.
Oh.
Well, we used to just play that before school.
Yeah. I mean, because we had the PS2
gun.
as well.
Yeah, because we had the PS2.
And the sheep gun. Yeah.
And there was the sheep gun. And we'd use the sheep gun to turn one of us into a sheep, and then we'd kick them off the ledge, and then they'd die that way.
Yes, it's more like horsing around, but just in a virtual world. It doesn't involve me getting,
beat up. Yeah. That's why you were really. Yeah, that's why you're like, hey Dan, can we we play the video game now?
Yeah. Instead of you just beating the shit out of me, let's turn on the PS2.
Yeah, and then the PS2. We had the PS2 for ages. The one Christmas. Actually, no, we'll get into that in the big topic because I can't remember. That was the topic we agreed upon, wasn't it? Games that we got for Christmas.
Oh, you must have agreed on that with someone else.
No,
maybe you have. So, I mean,
we've been talking about this for a couple of months.
Yeah, and I have also been living in a crisis. I mean, we both have, but my memories literally fucked. Like I can't. Well,
this is the very special Christmas episode. I think I said up top. This is the very special Christmas episode.
Would make sense.
The two brothers reunited. The real gift this season is two brothers riffing. But before we do that, because we've been chatting for a while, do you want to talk? Do you want to chat the news?
Well, let's do the news. Do I have to make the sound?
You do. You can you can do it.
So, how does it normally work? I can't. Look, I'm a big fan of. I've heard all the eps. Big fan of the pod.
Yep.
But I'm not sure. Sometimes you let the guests do the news thing first, and sometimes you do the news thing first. And every time you say, "Oh yeah," I don't know, when you've been doing it online because you don't have the soundboard built into the.
Yeah, so I don't have the soundboard built in.
You don't have the soundboard, which means I have to do it now because otherwise there's no.
Yes, correct. Okay, so you can do the news.
Okay. Are we ready? Are we ready for the news?
Ready.
This is the news.
Excellent. Awesome. It's a freaking news. Okay, we're back. So big news of the week. This was breaking as of a little bit before we started recording. Hades wins a Hugo Award, making the first making history's first video game to ever do so.
Incredible game.
But I'm only now
just
reading. Only now just reading the byline. Best video game category. So okay, yeah, it's making history by winning the first ever video game. Best video game nom. Okay, so that's less exciting. But who else was up against it? Do you know?
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, we could look at it now if you want. Hugo Awards, gaming. That's all it's
okay, no, here we go. Spiritfarer, Last of Us 2, Animal Crossing New Horizons, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Blaze Ball. I've literally never heard of Blaze Ball.
No, me neither.
So that
Animal Crossings would never have got it. It's not a good game.
I mean, it's a good game, but it's not.
It's a good game, but it's not.
But there's no story to it.
Yeah.
That's the weird part. Spiritfarer, yeah, I can see how. Last of Us 2, I can see how. Final Fantasy VII Remake, shouldn't get it because it's a remake. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Yeah, no, fair.
Yeah, Hades 1. So you've played it, have you?
I've not finished it, but I have played it a lot. Really enjoyed it.
I've got it sitting on my Xbox. Past guest Sarah absolutely loves it. She went away. She went away to visit her grandma for a weekend and just got into Hades instead of hanging out with her grandma.
Look, I very funny. Totally understand it. Totally understand that. Like it's such a good game.
Yeah. And whilst I've been like single-handedly just increasing Xbox Game Cloud like signups, just personally, just like, oh, do it. You can just start playing Xbox games on your iPad. And I hope everyone does it this Christmas. Is instead of speaking to their family, playing Hades on whatever mobile device they have. I'm pretty excited to get into it. I know Andy also loves it.
It's a great game, and it's the sort of thing you can play for 15 minutes and then put down if you need to. Like do a run and then you're done. Yeah,
that sounds a lot better than Returnal, which I have had no desire to I've got some desire to go back to it. I might do it over the holidays, but it's a game that there's enough of a learning curve that you can't just play one run for 15 minutes. And because it's just fucking difficult. But I think they've done enough patching now where you can save during a run in Returnal, because like runs can go for a couple of hours, essentially.
Okay.
Is that the same as Hades?
I mean, I know you can save in Hades during a run, but I don't know if that puts you back into the run or when you start again in Hades' house.
Yeah. But no, so Hades, congratulations. When's the Hugo Award? Would you like to say congratulations to Hades, Joe?
Hades, congratulations. Thank you so much for being a good game.
Yep. We love to hear it. Okay. I've got this other article. I think this might be a little bit relevant for you. It's maybe something you might be able to do after this. Is it about what?
Stalker?
Oh, kind of. Actually, no, I have another article coming up about the Stalker one.
It's not just to confirm, it's not relevant to me because the name is Stalker. Like, it's not. Yeah. That's not the connection I drew there. It was more about the NFTs. But yeah.
No,
sorry.
I've got another thing about that. No, this one is stressed. Go play a video game online. It's good for mental health. So mental health professionals are advising video games as treatment to patients. Stressed individuals turn to yoga, meditation, exercise now have the gaming option too, and is advised by mental health professionals themselves.
I mean, yeah, look,
it's essentially
depends on the game, right?
But as you get into it, it's not that they're recommending it. It's just like, oh yeah, playing online with friends is good during lockdowns. Because it does help prevent social isolation. So it's pretty much jumping on chat with friends, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, yeah, and I mean, like, okay, one of the games that I've been playing a lot of over the last like month or two has been Swift.
Swift
with a
Swift.
Z.
Zwift. Yeah.
Swift.
Yeah,
which for those who don't know is a you connect your, like, I like to ride bikes, and I have like a machine, and I can put my bike on the machine, and then that connects to my computer, and then I can race against people online. Which is also good for your mental health, because then I'm like exercising and I have this little box in front of me. I can put my bike.
Better than people.
Yeah, it's so good, and you can lie about your weight so you go even faster.
Yeah.
Dude, like I'm not 104. I'm not 104 kilos on Swift. I'm like 70.
Yeah,
so,
gotcha.
When I push out my like 600-700 watts, and now I go so quick. But no, it's good.
Funny.
Like
that's so funny that you're lying to Swift so you can go faster.
I don't lie to Swift. Swift has my actual weight, but there are a lot of people who do lie to Swift. It's so bad that there's like another website. Yeah. After it gets all the data from the races, and checks like uses basically your heart rate. Yeah. To figure out if you've actually done the work or not. And then like you can get in a race, you'll lose the race, get fucking flogged. But then when you check on this other website, it turns out like the first 20 people lied about their weight.
Oh, that's sick. That's so good. I just found the best part of this article whilst you were talking about Zwift as well. So there's a whole bunch of stuff. It's like, solving simple problems and going through levels releases the hormone dopamine, which makes you feel good about yourself. But then right at the bottom, the medical organization that's recommending this is the not-for-profit Geek Therapy.
Perfect.
Yeah, just like this weird video game therapy company. It's like, we reckon you should do it.
Yeah, and they don't say that like that, getting your dopamine that way is actually like really bad for you and really addictive.
Oh yeah. It's just like that's legitimately the worst way to receive dopamine. It's
maybe
not
social media is worse, but like it's
I don't know. Is it? No, it is.
You can do it everywhere,
Yeah. So, do you want to talk about the NFTs? I haven't looked at. I saw Stalker were doing it. Stalker 2 is going to have NFTs involved. Do you want to talk more about that?
They cancelled it.
Oh, they cancelled it?
Yeah. So what they were doing was they announced that like it was selling or auctioning NFTs.
Yeah.
And if you bought the NFT, it meant that your face would be stuck on an NPC face in the game.
I hate that.
Yeah. There was so much backlash about it that like a day after they were like, no, we're not doing it.
Is Stalker by Ubisoft?
I don't know.
No, I don't think so. Okay, because the article I've got is how Ubisoft is really leaning into it, which, big surprise. The company that pretty much invented microtransactions is now getting into blockchain.
metaverses, right?
Yeah,
they can still call it a metaverse.
Yeah, they're using the CEO did like a Q&A to the developers about the company's pushing towards NFTs, because Ubisoft released a video to YouTube that I think is now one of the most disliked videos on YouTube, and everyone who works for Ubisoft is like, hey, we're not building any NFTs for our games right now. What are you talking about? So they had to do an internal one, and like all the employees afterwards were like, this makes even less sense, because it was just being vague about it and using buzzwords like metaverse and Web 3.0.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I just don't understand how it works. So you pay them money, they give you a picture, and then your face goes into a game. Essentially, that's what the story.
I don't like. Yeah, look, full disclosure, I do have some money. Like, I have invested money in crypto, but only because I want to make more money, not because I care about what it does.
Yeah,
like,
fair enough.
I don't even know if it works or not.
Oh man, the amount of discussions I've had with people who are fully into crypto, and I'm like, explain. I don't get it.
Please explain me neither. Me neither. But I just know that it goes up and down, but usually goes up and up by a lot. So that's why I've put a couple €100 into it.
Yeah. Ubisoft is just they're going full in on NFTs and video games. I'm not quite sure no, actually I can't tell you this. NFTs feature because it's about the latest South Park special, and they feature quite heavily in NFTs in a very, very funny way.
Okay. So I have to watch the latest South Park special, and then.
Well, if anyone's seen it, they know what I'm talking about. But I don't want to ruin the joke.
Okay, that's fine. I've got holidays coming up, so that'll be good.
Yeah, if anyone else out there also got in on Paramount's biggest mistake, which was the $6 for a year glitch, and has watched the South Park special, or if anyone's pirated it, you'll know which joke I'm talking about, and it's fucking amazing. It's so good. South Park, it's back, baby. But yeah, apparently you just buy an NFT and then that gets you perks in the game. So this is literally no different to what was considered gambling.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like the one for Stalker was something about like putting your face in the game on an NPC.
Yeah.
Which is not as much gambling because you know what you're getting for it. But
yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't be talking about it because I work for a bank, and so if I sit here and be like, oh yeah, NFTs are bad, people are gonna go, oh yeah, of course, the guy who works at a bank says NFTs are bad. Like,
but literally nobody knew you worked for a bank until just then. Like, you're the one who just outed yourself as somebody who works at a bank.
Shit. I mean, I work for a bank, and like other people who listen. Look, I don't know who listens to this podcast.
Yeah, but also you're not okay. But also you're not the financial person at a bank. You're not making big financial decisions.
Well, the things that I build are designed to help other people.
Joe, shut up. I don't need to know what you do for work. Okay, I know you work at a bank.
You work with AI at a bank. Yep, cool.
Yeah,
all right, that's it.
In my mind, you use your keyboard like a piano. That's how I've been thinking it.
That's fine. That's all right.
Man, okay, this is insane. Ubisoft, I'm reading more of this article. I read a bit of it, but I've just delved deep into it. And Ubisoft are just like, oh yeah, we're expecting backlash to the courts, which is what they're calling the NFT department. We're expecting the backlash to that announcement, because because a lot of people are going to see it exactly like loot crates, DLCs and microtransactions. But they're like, oh, but people are going to accept these. Those things that everyone came to accept and didn't publicly band together around the world to just not play games that use them. Oh man, that was nuts. But yeah, NFTs are now coming to video games, so I don't know what to do. Three more stories. One's a pretty simple one. CD Projekt settles Cyberpunk 2077 lawsuit, and they're paying $1.85 million to investors who were like, this game was virtually unplayable at launch. So,
I played it
at launch.
I finished it at launch.
Man, CD Projekt Red could have used.
Yep,
CD Projekt Red could have used your help on that one.
Yeah, I could have written a nice letter. I mean, like, guys, it was fine on PC. Like it was a bit rough around the edges, but it's actually fine. And you shouldn't feel bad just because all those plebs with PS4s and Xbox Ones couldn't enjoy
and Xboxes and latest gen consoles couldn't play it.
Fuck everyone who's not on PC. Basically, I guess is what I'm trying to say, but not in that way, because that's also really shit. So
but apparently it's playable now, which is good.
Nice.
So I might pick it up on sale. Who's to say? So that's that one. Actually, who cares? This is a news story, and then I just realized it's not really a news story that I normally cover. It was just like a Twitch channel got taken down. But it was like a Prime Video Twitch channel got taken down. Because a couple of comedians on it, it was like a South American one, decided to flash their boobs, and it got taken down.
Okay.
And I don't know.
Right.
I think it's interesting that Twitch's response to it was like, for those who present as women, we ask that you cover your nipples, which is just one of those strange things. Like, okay, well, does that mean if you say you present as a man, your nipples are free? Like, I don't know. It's a weird standard.
You could just age lock the channel, right? You have to have an account, and you can't have to be above a certain age, which people can get around, but that's fine.
Yeah, but also but then they'd have to actively monitor it.
Yeah.
It's
I don't know. I don't think nipples are a big problem.
Yeah.
It's
that's a brave take. That's a very brave take.
It's a hill I'm willing to die on. The female nipple is not
my brother
inherently
Joseph
sexual.
Wants to see more nipples on the internet. He will die fighting for the right for nipples online. That's
I have the all right to stream your nipples on Twitch. Yeah,
cool.
And
man.
I said I wasn't a gamer.
You're gross. Nah, it's sorry.
This is a riff. It's a riff.
It's a riff, man. Yeah, this is definitively a riff. This is good.
Yeah.
This is good. We're riffing.
I mean, it's good when you confirm that it's a riff, because I've done my research. I sat down and I was just like, I've got to get bits, I've got to get riffs, I've got to be funny, and it's good when I say it's a riff and you go, yeah, it's a riff, and I go, oh great, that's it. A comedian says it's a riff, which means it's got to be a riff.
Yep, we've riffed it. We're riffed it out, baby.
We're riffing.
Find a little bit of news story for us to riff on. George R. R. Martin did a blog post about Elden Ring. He was like, I did it, I completed it. Something I've worked on is now complete. That's pretty much what it is.
Good on him. It's fine.
But everyone has just been using it to dunk on him for not finishing the Game of Thrones series. A Song of Ice and Fire. Sorry, I didn't mean to upset you there, Joe.
Yeah, Song of Ice and Fire. Yeah, no, it's okay. It's all right. It's been a long time since I've engaged with that IP.
Where did you tap out? Did you watch the final season?
Yeah, I was back on. I was still in Australia because I watched, you had the Blu-rays and the Blu-ray player, so I watched all of that, and I think I saw the last season as it was coming out.
Okay, yeah. No, yeah, I wouldn't have had 6. So you might not watch. Do you know who sits on the throne at the end?
Yeah, can we talk about it? It came out a while ago.
I think we can talk about it,
right?
Yeah, go for it.
It's Bran sat on the throne.
Yeah, it's Bran. Right? Yeah.
He was he got a bit like mystic and just he was the wizard, and then
just the worst possible fucking outcome for that show.
Yeah, look, I mean,
Schrodinger's boy pushed out a window. Schrodinger says if a boy gets pushed out a window in the first 300th segment of it, then they must sit on the throne by the end. We should have seen it coming. He was sitting down the entire show.
He was in his throne. He had his little throne with his wheels,
How did we not see that? How did we not see Bran would sit on the throne at the end? He was the only character who sat down for the entire length of the story. He was already seated from the moment that it began. Oh man, I like this. Well, if anyone listens to this podcast, get excited to hear an extended version of that riff on stages around Australia next year.
That's it. It's a joke. It's a bit. It's a bit.
We've riffed one out.
We're comedians.
We did it.
Riffing.
Joe and Dan brings you man who sits on chair. But yeah, no. So that's essentially it. But he published this blog post saying, I finished something, and just a bunch of the internet was like, we'll get back to Game of Thrones before you die, which I don't know. If I was him, I just would never finish it.
Yeah, just like fuck them, you know, like fans like that, they're the worst. It's like the fans of The Witcher, you know, like they're just
good time to be people. A fan of The Witcher.
No, it's not, man. That second series is fucking not good.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I mean, I'm a fan of the books.
Okay, fair enough. And I haven't seen.
I'm a big fan of the books,
TV shows,
and I'm a really big fan of the books and enjoyed the games as well. And this, like, I thought the first series wasn't good, and I thought, okay, fine. You know, a lot of TV shows have not a great first series.
Yeah.
Because they change a lot of stuff from these stories. What they do is they keep the main events, but then all the bits that are in between they get rid of, and they change all of the characters. Like all the things that I like about them are just like the fundamentals of the characters are not the same.
Oh, okay. This is a different medium.
No, I mean it's just like the character traits of the characters get changed. And so the second series I kind of watched, and I was just like, I'm not gonna I'm not gonna watch this anymore.
Yeah, fair enough. No,
that's okay. It's just my opinion. It's fine. Other people can enjoy it.
Yeah, precisely. That's the whole point of the internet, to have an opinion. And to hate anyone who disagrees.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it. People keep on telling me, I don't know. People just assume I'd be into it. The amount of people who come up to me, they don't even know I have this podcast. You know, like that's the straight people. Just like, oh, Dan, new season of The Witcher's out. What do you reckon? I'm like, I haven't seen any of that show.
And I've been on you about the game for a very long time.
Yeah, as anyone who listens to this, and as anyone who listens to this podcast will know, The Witcher 3 is it's a game I've been meaning to go back to for a very long time. You never know if I get stuck in lockdown. I was joking with someone today because the virus is back in Brisbane, bigger and better than ever.
Oh boy, Omicron, nice.
Omicron, and if you come into contact with anyone, you're on lockdown for 2 weeks. And I may just live stream my own version of Heart of Darkness, as I go mad only playing The Witcher for 2 weeks because I can't
think
interact.
You go mad. I don't think you go mad playing that game. It's the sort of game. It's just a really, really good game.
No, but I think it'd be good. But I also think I'd go mad because currently I'm sober, and if you're in lockdown, you can't go out to exercise. So I'd have literally no coping mechanism.
So you see, like for me, it's the same, but that's why I bought the
Zwift
bike trainer.
And I don't have that.
So at least I can still exercise. But it's good because it's like I have, for those playing at home, I have like one room in a shared apartment, right? So I've got my 14 square meters, and this is like work is all online and uni is all online, and now because it's fucking dark all day, this is also where I do all my sport. It's good. It's kept me. I'm still fine. I'm still staying. It's all good.
Yeah. You're
if
still
I can do it, then you can do it too.
Yeah. You're only referring to Robot Cock Institute and
and whatever else I've done. Yeah. And gamers.
That's what I've been really paranoid about. I was just like, oh no, there's no junk food in this. I can't even comfort eat. It's gonna be interesting. Gonna be real interesting. So that's news for the week. So I originally thought that the topic of this episode was games we got for Christmas. I thought that's what we discussed and agreed upon, but it sounds like you didn't think that.
Well, see, because I thought it would be games we would like to play with each other.
Oh, okay.
Because for the first couple of episodes, you keep talking about how we played, and you keep referencing the fact that we played a lot of games together.
Yeah.
But there are also many games we haven't played. But maybe we could do both.
But so let's start with.
Let's start with yours because you're the host.
Okay, right? So let's start with games.
We'll do what you want to do, and then maybe if we need more content, then we can just like.
Well, we can definitely do yours. That's fine. Yeah, we can definitely listen to your idea, Joe.
No, it's fine. It's okay.
No, Joe, we can listen to yours.
It's your podcast.
You're an astrophysicist. You're the smarter one. But we will do my idea first because
we will do your idea first.
There was something that I was going to talk about earlier, and I was like, oh no, that's the topic of the episode. But for me. The Christmas games we got for Christmas, I mean, there was always the Pokemon games, and every so often we got something. But for me, the peak games we got for Christmas year was the year that we got, you got Ratchet Gladiator, and I got Shrek Super Slam.
Oh, it was a fucking good Christmas.
I think that was a good Christmas. Because we got to play through Ratchet Gladiator a bunch, and there was the multiplayer, which was fun. And that's why the phrase, have you ever wanted to dance in the pale moonlight, Juanita, or just like Juanita, is just burnt into my brain. So every time I read it or hear it, all I can think is Juanita. I can't remember the story of that game. What was it? You got pinged to a different universe and you were put in a TV show?
It's basically this. It was the storyline of Russell Crowe's Gladiator.
Yeah.
I think, except you weren't betrayed by
Ridley Scott's Gladiator, not Nick Cave's Gladiator. Actually, it was pretty closer to Nick Cave's Gladiator.
Yeah. True.
Man,
it's basically yes.
Script.
I've not read the script, but I've read the ideas about it. I was like,
man,
okay.
I used to have a copy of it. It was very fucking good. And then they deleted it from the internet and I hadn't saved it. They are doing a Gladiator 2, actually.
Yeah, I saw they've confirmed it. And they've said that it's not going to be.
It's not Nick Cave's script. It's some lame idea. Script. It's about his son. Yeah,
but his son got killed. Oh yeah. Anyway.
Maybe not about his son. Someone else's son. I don't know.
Or maybe it is about his son, but it all happens in the underworld or something. So.
Well, no, that was Nick Cave's one. To my understanding, I thought it was his son, and the reveal was going to be that he was never actually killed. I've never seen the movie Gladiator. Yeah, I've never seen the movie Gladiator.
Oh, shit. We're very different people, Dan. We are.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, one of us. I don't know. I liked Lord of the Rings because there was a fantasy element to it. Kingdom of Heaven was okay, but it was quite long. And then
and Kingdom of Heaven, that's not extended edition, is also awful. But
and I think that was the issue. That by the time I got to Gladiator, I'd seen all the worst versions of it, and I just couldn't sit through another one. But I feel like I could watch it now.
I mean, it's a good film, and I kind of forgotten about it for a long time. And then the last place I lived, I was renting from like a young couple that just had a kid.
Yeah.
And they were using their paid parental leave to go to Australia for 7 months.
Oh, okay, nice.
Or 8 months. And so I moved in there with my friend Joe. And the guy, Denny was his name, was a Dutch guy, was super excited to show us his like cathode ray TV that he had.
Oh,
and
great.
The cathode ray TV had like a DVD player. And it's like, we've got some DVDs, it'll be sick. And the DVDs were like 5 Russell Crowe movies and 2 live Master and Commander, A Beautiful Mind, and Gladiator. Maybe not 5, that's 3.
Yeah,
that's and 2 live concerts from the Blue Man Group.
Oh, that's so fucking... That's...
And those are the only DVDs that we had.
Was Beautiful Mind also Ridley Scott?
I don't know.
Because, I was about to say, that'd be very funny if it was just all the Russell Crowe, Ridley Scott joints. Like, he just really liked it when Russell Crowe worked with Ridley Scott. For some reason, I was like, is American Gangster one of them? Like...
Maybe it was.
Oh, man.
But it's just... Gladiator was the one that we watched quite a bit.
Yeah.
And so now I just think it's the best movie ever. So
yeah, Ratchet & Gladiator was a very fun game though. There was that.
It was a great game. Yeah, that was a big Christmas. Yeah,
that was a big Christmas. Because I remember from what I played of Up Your Arsenal, Ratchet & Gladiator was a much different gameplay style. There was a lot more freeform,
more fluid. Yeah,
which is definitely going from Ratchet & Gladiator being like, this is a very fluid game, and then the next Insomniac game I would have played would have been Sunset Overdrive, which was more fluid still, and then from Sunset Overdrive to the Spider-Man games, which are fucking incredible, and then Rift Apart is just as good as the Spider. Yeah, it's like
water.
Yeah, it's pretty much like you can see how much they learned about character movement from the Spider-Man games in Ratchet in the Rift Apart for sure. But yeah, then the other game we got that Christmas was Shrek Super Slam.
Also
big game, Super Smash Brothers ripoff with the Shrek characters with much better play types, I feel.
Yeah, I mean, I've not really taken Super Smash Bros. Seriously, like fighting games is sort of a genre that's like Smash Bros. Is great when we're just playing it to like hang out and muck around.
Yeah.
But like the whole genre of fight, like I know there's a lot of finesse and there's a lot of technique involved in it, and the whole like counting the frames and like getting these like moves, combos like frame perfect.
Yeah, but that's
a big part of it. But like,
yeah. But But I think even just from level design, because sometimes the level there was a bigger variety in Shrek on level design. Sometimes they were 2D, like 3D, but like a 2D thing. Sometimes they were like they had 3 dimensions in the platform. I'm not quite sure if you remember, where you'd be able to run to the back, almost like you're looking outside on a cube.
Yeah, it was inside of a tower and stuff. Yeah.
It was inside of a tower. There was the King of the Hill level.
Shit, yeah.
There was a lot more stuff going on
the
for
temple?
it. There was the temple.
The temple with the egg,
with the egg,
Chinese egg.
Oh yes, yeah. There was that. There was. I thought you were talking about. I was like, yeah, Humpty Dumpty was a character. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, no, but maybe it's Humpty Dumpty, but as a there was this like Tibetan temple.
Yes.
Themed level.
Yeah.
Then the egg also. Yeah.
There was the fairy godmother's potions lab. And a few other ones, but yeah, no, and that was just a fun little game. That also, I think, I think Super Smash Brothers is quite glad that less people are aware of it, because I think it had story modes and like a challenge mode that has definitely been replicated in Super Smash Brothers games. And character styles that have been influenced by that kind of stuff. Not saying that the main campaign in Smash Brothers, the journey mode, is very much just the challenge mode for Shrek Super Slam. But I think that was more interesting, the challenge mode, because there was different pathways to follow across the map to far, far away, and depending which one you took, depending on which characters you could unlock.
Yes, and which bosses you'd have to fight.
And it'd take you in. It was very much choose your own adventure to get where you wanted. But ultimately, I think those were the two big. I think that was the biggest Christmas gaming haul, because every other time, like normally games for Christmas would have been stuff on the DS or the Game Boy Advance. And that was the
not
first.
Not the DS, right?
Oh yeah, not the DS. No, Mary Kate got the DS.
Mary Kate got the DS. Yeah,
she got Nintendo.
But not us.
Yeah. We just bought our own DSs. I was happy with Pokemon Ruby. I was like, no Pokemon game is gonna be better than this, and
they're not actually. Like,
apparently the only one that's better than that is Omega Ruby.
That's so good. It's so good.
Yeah,
definitely worth it if you can find it.
Oh, I've still got it. I can see it from here. I just need to charge up my DS. And take Mario Kart 7 out of it. But yeah. So I think, for me, that's a big Christmas game. It was like Christmas, more often than not, one of us would get a game that we could normally play together, and then we'd play that game Christmas Day. That was the big fun of it.
So either Christmas or birthdays. Like, that was the other one. Like,
Christmas
for birthday, we get a game that we could play with each other anyway. So
yeah, I'm trying to big birthday games. What do you remember any big birthday games?
Yeah, you got Star Wars Battlefront for your birthday.
That's right.
The first one where you could fly the planes and the planes were the same. Yeah.
Yeah, the one that was actually a lot more. There was a lot more capabilities in it.
Yeah.
And then they're going to fix it with Battlefront 3. Then it went down. There was another Christmas. I think you might have got to me the Harry Potter and the Order of Phoenix game from like Cash Converters.
Yeah, no, I think I bought that too. Bought that for you as a gift at one point.
Yeah, because that was a fun Christmas game. Yeah. And I know it's not cool to say like the works of Notorious Turf, the Notorious TERF. I enjoyed that game. It was a fun game. What it did for a good game. What it did for magic abilities and how one of the joysticks. It was for Harry Potter what Skate was for skateboarding. Where you use the joystick to control. But no, was there any other big games that you got for like birthdays or Christmas that you wanted to talk about?
I don't know. Grand Theft Auto were always big, but those are the games that I bought because I looked like I was 15 when I was 10.
Yeah, they were just games that we bought on the sly and had to like. The hardest point was the load screen.
Yeah.
Like if it was today, we wouldn't have had that issue at all because there's no such thing as load screens. And Grand Theft Auto 5 famously got rid of load screens.
Grand Theft Auto 5 still has a load screen.
Oh yeah, it just has the one at the start.
Yeah.
But no, there's no load screens going into missions. That was its whole thing.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Very impressive that literally, Red Dead Redemption 2 did have that as well. But like no other company has figured out how to do it.
Oh, it's a look. I would shy away from a blanket statement like that because it's definitely something that
no,
Halo.
That's the whole point. Fair
Halo
enough.
does it between each I mean, like people disguise it as well with like riding in a lift or
Yeah.
lifts are the big ones, right?
No, but that's load screens within missions and so. I mean, like, but when you load up a mission in Halo, there's a load screen. But like the previous Grand Theft Auto games, you'd walk into the circle, and then there'd be a big load screen.
Okay. Yeah.
And then for Grand Theft Auto 5 was you'd walk through the circle, and then you just walk through the door, and the mission would start. And that was the whole thing.
I mean, it's almost like I've not bought the remaster of the Grand Theft Auto games to play.
Yeah, good. Again. Yeah, good. Apparently the latest DLC on Grand Theft Auto Online reveals what happens to Michael after Grand Theft Auto 5.
Do you know what happens?
No, I haven't looked into it because I can't remember what happened to Michael at the end of Grand Theft Auto 5.
Me either.
And apparently it's just an Easter egg or something. I was like, oh, it's just a shame because that was such a fun game and now it'll never die.
Yeah, look, I can't believe there are people who spend so much money on it. You know, like I've had a lot of expensive.
That's a game I'm surprised there's no NFTs announced for.
Yeah.
Like that is the game that reeks of NFT user base.
Yeah, but I mean, like the question is like, what can you use the NFTs for? I mean, obviously there's a stalker model where you buy an NFT and you can put your face in it. Cars, did you say?
Yeah, cool cars. Specific weed marijuana strains.
Yeah, or like gun skins or something.
It'll be something like that. Yeah, I don't know.
Your rifle looks different.
But no. So I think so those were the big games, but games that we want to play together. So that was that was your suggestion.
So games that have I mean we've not been in the same country for a very long time.
Yeah, and the last game that we played together was A Way Out.
Yeah, we were looking for a way out.
Yeah, and it was more fun to say, "Oh, brother, I think this is it. This is
brother,
a way out.
Look, here's a door."
Yeah, I think I found the way out. Oh no, just more jail.
Just more jail. Yeah, but I mean, like between then and now, there are many games that have come out or games that we found out about.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe it would be good to talk about games we'd like to play with each other.
Okay. Do you want to kick us off?
Option. Well, one of the ones that is maybe not a big game, but one that I've seen, I thought this could be fun, is Overcooked 2.
Oh, yes. Okay.
Reason being, you and I, we've had long, illustrious careers in very fast-paced fast food restaurants.
Yes.
I don't know if we would end up fighting or we just get into it and be like, oh, this is fine. Like, I still have all the skills that I built over a decade in various fast food restaurants.
Yeah. And I think we had very different experiences in fast food restaurants because I was quite cool, calm, and collected because at any given moment in time, I knew that the biggest responsibility I had in my life was to make burgers in under 2 minutes.
Yeah.
Which isn't that much of a responsibility at all, in my opinion. So it was.
I mean, it's very controllable, right? Like,
yeah, it was a very controllable thing. So Overcooked 2. I've heard good things. I've never actually played it.
I've not played it either. I've looked at it and thought this would be fun to play with Dan, or it would be super stressful.
It reminds me of the and just by this having nothing to do with it, it reminded me of the Lick a Tongue mini game from Pokemon Stadium. But I think that's purely just design wise.
Yeah, it's more like walking around and eating food and
so that'd be fun. Good. Speaking because Overcooked, I always associate that with the Switch. The other Switch game that I played this year that I reckon you and I would have loved had we played it later is the WarioWare games.
Okay, tell me more.
Well, they're just pure madness, like mini game kind of situation. Like it's all of it just doesn't make sense. For example, the one that sticks to mind the most is give the statue its dignity, and you have to make sure that the leaf stays on the statue whilst there's a fan trying to blow it away. Otherwise, you'll see the statue's penis like that. That's
okay.
It's just like fun nonsense. All games last for like a minute, if that. It's just fast paced. It's a lot of fun.
Yeah, okay. I'm looking at pictures of it now. There's one of like a statue that's got like a Greek statue, but it's got hair under his armpits. And you've got to pull,
stuff like that.
You've got to tweeze the hair out. Okay.
Yeah, tweeze the hair out. There's another one's like make the windmill spin. There's like strike a pose. Like they're all just kind of insane things. It's not a particularly hard game, but it's just like a fun party game.
That's a good one.
That's a good one. Do you have another one?
It Takes Two.
It Takes Two. Yes, love to play that.
That's a game I would love to play, but
I played a little bit of it with Elliot. I was helping him out with some of that. I was over there, and he'd just been keen to get back into it, and it was a lot of fun from what I played.
It was good.
Yeah.
I mean, I looked at it and thought, like, oh wow, this is nice. But
game of the year.
I'd love to play it with someone.
That's been my exact thoughts as well.
Yeah.
I'd love to play this game with someone. Would love to sit down and play this game with someone.
I would love to sit in the same room with my brother and play this game together. Yeah.
Yeah. And do you know who made It Takes Two? Do you know what the previous game was?
No.
A Way Out.
Oh. What a great.
Did you actually not know that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, okay. Yeah. It's by the people who made A Way Out. So, but yeah. So that's why I was keen for it. And then everyone loves it. And I was like, oh, God damn it. Do you think another
the new Left 4 Dead?
Oh, Back 4 Blood? Yes. Back 4 Blood is meant to be sick.
Oh, yeah, I've not played it, not bought it.
Don't you have just Game Pass for the PC?
No.
Okay, yeah, because it's just free on Game Pass.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, like, it looks like something really good, but then, like, I asked some of my friends if they'd want to play it together, like my friends here, but like none of them knew what Valve.
Oh, really?
Done. Like, none of them had played Half-Life. None of them had played Left 4 Dead.
Oh, that's strange. Well, not strange, but you know, that's like, yeah. But I mean, Back 4 Blood, yeah, I've been meaning to play it with a couple of people. We got a little group chat and we just never got around to playing it. And we're more successful in getting people to play Halo Infinite multiplayer, which is so fucking good. That's a game we could play together, Halo Infinite multiplayer.
Hello, I'm back.
He's back, baby.
I'm back. Sorry about that.
Oh, dude, that's all good.
German internet.
Yeah, it's German internet for you. Yeah.
Fuck you, Vodafone.
Did you? Because I was gonna say Halo Infinite was a game that we could play together.
That I didn't hear, but yes, that would be a great game. I mean, like Halo,
it's a game that we actually can
like
play
the whole
together.
series.
Yeah, the whole series, but also specifically Infinite because that's on Steam and there's crossplay.
Yeah.
So we actually can. That's one that we actually can do.
But then there's lag, which is the reason that I've not played games with many people in Australia. Just because my internet is obviously not good, and then I mean we could do it, but then we just have to think about like we could try it. We could definitely try it.
We could definitely try.
Definitely open to trying it. Yeah.
Yeah. I think the only other game I was thinking of was actually two games. One was just Age of Empires 4 because we used to do that a bit. And then Sea of Thieves.
Oh, okay.
Just we can be we can be pirates together.
We can be pirates. We can sing.
We can
sea shanties.
Yeah. Do you want to give a crack? Give us a little sea shanty up top. Yep.
What do we do with a drunken sailor? What do we do with a drunken sailor? Hey.
Nice. That's pretty good. That's a good sea shanty.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Was there any other games that you were thinking of?
I mean, I was kind of hoping that like you would hear this and go, "Oh yeah, what a great idea! Here are games that I'd love to play with you, Joe. I've missed you so much, my brother." And it's not really worked out that way.
Stardew
Valley?
Kart?
Mario Kart, Stardew Valley.
Stardew Valley. I didn't realize Stardew Valley was co-op.
Oh mate, you can have a co-op farm up to 4 people on the same farm.
Oh, that'd be fun.
And you'll get your own little house. That would be sick.
That'd be fun.
It'd be sick because I could get really like anal retentive about like the optimal way to plant the crops so we have more money. Yeah. And you can just go and like drink in the pub or something. I don't know.
That'd be fun. Or we could start a commune and drink Kool-Aid. That's always a good move. We can call the farm Helter Skelter.
We can go in other people's houses and just like put things in their house.
Yeah. I was just thinking, because that's the issue. There isn't a lot of just multiplayer games that are just first-person shooters.
Yeah, because I mean, you can look and go like, what about Borderlands or Halo or I mean, and there's other stuff like Diablo or Divinity 2.
Yeah.
Which are a bit more involved. I mean, and MMOs aren't really your thing either, because like
because then I have to be committed to something. There's no sense of progress.
Yeah, I mean, maybe there's progress, but it's not quite the same.
Yeah, you're not getting the dopamine from completing tasks or leveling or completing another level.
Yeah. Because that like something like Elder Scrolls Online could be really sick, but you'd have to like be into it, and like I don't think I could get into it.
Yeah, I'd have to care enough about the Elder Scrolls games.
It's difficult. Look, I thought I had a good idea because there's this one game that I thought, wow, I'd love to play.
It's a good idea.
It's fun. It's fine. We've not played Portal 2.
We haven't played Portal 2. We could play Portal 2. We can get into
Portal 2. That could be a really fun or frustrating game. Probably both.
I've got a little warning saying that my PC is about to run out of battery. I wasn't paying attention.
This is you saying bad idea, Joe. We're going to
go. No, Joe, this was a wonderful idea.
I get it.
This was a wonderful idea.
No, it's fun. It's okay. Idea. I bought my bits. I've not been able to use my bits.
What bits would you?
But with
say your bits. Say your bits. List them now.
Look. So the
list
big bits
these
are about
so-called bits that you were planning to use. The ones that you definitely had pre-written.
It was just a lot of stuff about like abusive stepdads.
What? Why? Your bits?
Yeah, because I thought like, when you're a comedian, you kind of have to play a role, and my role would be someone who had like a really shitty stepdad, and that would be really cool because it means like all the things that are wrong with me, like there's a chance that the things that are wrong with me could have not happened. Like all the problems that I have were kind of like all the problems that I had were kind of like decided from birth. But if I was playing a character as someone who had like a shitty stepdad, then like all the weird neuroses that I have could have been different. So those are my bits.
Coming on to this show pretending that you had an abusive stepdad that for some reason I never would have mentioned.
Yeah, no, it's fine. It's just like that's the freedom. That's why I can go. It could have been different. Like,
oh my god, that's amazing.
I could have just been like good with other people.
Hey, you know what's the peak of comedy? Abusive parental figures. Yeah, abusive parental figures. That's the height of comedy.
That's it.
Oh man, that is fucking unreal. That's up there with your speech on my 21st. When you just like, two of these things are a truth, one of them was a lie. Two of them were very believable things, and the other one was one time Dan took a shit from Target. And everyone's like, well, clearly that one's the lie. Like,
look, like I said, if I had an abusive stepdad, I could blame it on someone. I could be like, I'm this way for something out of my control.
No, it's just you, mate.
It's just me. I never had a choice. It could have never been anything else.
Okay. Is it? Well, yeah.
The bit was actually not that I had actual jokes, but the bit was just that I wanted you to ask me what my bit was, which is why I kept talking about the bits. So that, okay. Anyway, so, thank you for asking me. Thank you for finally asking me at the end of the episode.
What your big bits were. Thank you for revealing your bit, Joe.
No worries.
This has been fun. This has been a fun little Christmas episode.
It's very seasonal.
Do you have anything to plug?
No. Not on something that my parents or my aunties or uncles would listen to. No.
Okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, you didn't want to share your Zwift account. And then mum can watch you on the TV.
If anyone wants to, race against me on Zwift, I'm normally
you can
training most days on. Huh?
You can spectate on Zwift.
I don't want people to spectate.
Oh, but Mum would love to watch your little journey, your little adventure, and she'll see, Joe's 70 kilos.
Whoa, he's really quick. He's really strong, and it's not because he's the big fella. He's strong because he's.
That's how Joey. That's how Joey. That's how Joe. Cyclist. Yeah. Okay. So fair enough. You don't have anything to plug.
No.
That's cool. And I guess the only thing I have to plug is the ongoing spirit of Christmas, and the holiday season.
That's true. Seasonal cheer.
I think is really important to spread. this time of year. I think that's something that I want everyone to be aware of.
That's it. Or maybe what I'll do after this is go and drink a mulled apple juice.
That'd be quite nice. Bit of cinnamon. Bit of cinnamon in your apple juice.
Bit of cinnamon, some cloves.
Yeah. But yeah, because whilst this episode will come out on the 23rd, it'll still be 2 days before Christmas. But yeah,
still Christmas.
No, thank you so much, Joe. Thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you very much for having me. Pod. Thanks for wanting to be my friend.
Always want to be your friend, mate. Thanks for letting me be your friend.
You're so welcome.
So until next time, Merry Christmas.
Hello, everyone. Bye. It's been Joe.